So let me tell y'all what happened. I'm over here minding my business, doing what the fuck I be doing. I was working on some shit. Thank you. And I see this post on my timeline because y'all know that I used to respect Joe Budden, and you know that I used to enjoy certain takes from him and stuff like that. So Joe Budden still be in my algorithm because of certain takes, even though I no longer respect him. There are certain things that they may touch on that I may give commentary on. So he's still very much so in my algorithm. I'm talking about Joe Budden. And so this Joe Budden Clips fan page is also in my algorithm because they post things relative to the podcast or other trending topics that have been discussed or that may be discussed, just trending shit. So I'm scrolling down my feed and I see this Joe Budden Clips fan page post this. I did not listen to this audio, but I did read the caption. And I'm really, really good about not letting myself absorb certain things when I know what my response gonna be. Not necessarily what I may say, but how I'm gonna respond, period. If I hear something I don't like, bitch, I'm gonna say something. So I'm real good about if I feel like that's what it is, okay, then bitch, I'm gonna leave it where it's at. Unless it's just in my face or it's something I really need to get into. So I don't feel the need to listen to this clip. I don't feel like I need context. I think the caption is enough. The caption says, Armon Wiggins reacts to Tory Lanez appearing to distance himself from Milagro Grams after the whole Megan Thee Stallion controversy and giving the exclusives to other media personalities. So I come back and I say, Tory nor I can win for losing. It's damned if we do, damned if we don't. The narrative went from him ignoring me to us being co-conspirators. Now it's odd that no one wants to do anything to add to that narrative. Child, please. Then I ask a question. Couldn't this nigga right here get accused of the same shit that I'm accused of right now? Literally. The people say he been throwing shade and doing this and that. I wouldn't have known because I didn't listen. But you know the last thing I said about Armand? Congratulations. I think it's good that he's getting the types of views that show a real reflection of his subscriber count based on his coverage of the Diddy trial. That's what I said. Because he's not pressure to me. He doesn't make me feel insecure. I'm not sitting up thinking about him. I don't need to shade him. I can say his name outright and say what I got to say. He doesn't bother me. You understand? So that's just a testament to our character and the type of people we are. Where one person in the midst of it saying, congratulations to him, and I'm gonna leave it right there because I peeped the views. That's good for him. I'm happy for him. And moving on. And then somebody else that's been throwing shade that now feels empowered to get up and say, basically, aha, it looks like he don't fuck with her like that. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's all I can really say to that. Y'all have accused me of everything under the sun with this man. I give you nothing, and you don't know what anything is. So all you have to go off of is your perception based on what's been put out publicly, and then whatever the fuck you concluded from that. I'm not a friendly hoe, meaning you would learn more about me listening on station here than anywhere else. I barely answer my damn phone. Literally, literally. I could show you how many times somebody would say, call me, call me, call me, call me. Because my phone lives on do not disturb. And if I don't fuck with you like that, I'm not even really finna like text you like that either. So any fucking way, um, my point is I'm not sitting up with anybody. Oh yeah, because this was going on. Oh yeah, and da da da. And oh yeah. No, 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 no. There is no person that can come back and tell you, child, she told me that this was going on over here. No, because I don't move like that. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. The most Armand saw was me go get in that damn car. Okay. Or he was standing up there as people were greeting one another. Everything else is idle, I'm sorry, fucking chit chat about the case and what was happening like at the time. So it ain't nothing to it. So um the craziest part is he wanted to be in the car and he wanted to be in the fold. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to, like be a part of what was going on. So it's just crazy to me that someone who aches to be accepted by Hollywood and would do anything to be in those spaces would even get up with this nonsense. It's so crazy. And he wants me to argue with him and he wants me to, go back and forth so we can be in the algorithm so that he can, reap a benefit off of that. And I'm not interested. I'm not interested in being tied to Armand. I'm not interested in no back and forth. I'm not. Can't nobody that wanted to be my friend by the time they finally got around me say anything to me. I don't care. Once again, he got up to get dressed to come see me and liked what he saw and liked the vibe and then start calling me sister, you know? So I just can't even get into that. No, I love Milagro. So I can't even pretend to conjure up all these feelings to just come at him with all this kind of shit, you know? Somebody told me in the chat that he threw a sub saying that him and Lauren LaRosa was new media. Okay. That's not a sub to me. Like what? This shit is just so stupid. They said, don't forget he was over there calling you twin. Right. It's just stupid shit. And like I said before, I'm the type of person that will, in the midst of my emotions, I will talk to you. So I can't be mad at nobody for taking my words and saying, well, you said this. All I can do is follow up. And then I think that if you have integrity, then you would comment on that as well. I go through the motions and I'm not shy about talking to my people about the motions. Bitch, I feel like playing Drake the motion. Please remind me to cue that up because that's just how it goes. And I'm such a transparent person that, yes, I will get on a microphone and say, this kind of made me feel this way and give you a little bit, literally. So I absolutely came public and said, I can see why people feel like the nigga, like, don't be supporting me a certain way because I can see what shit looks like. But what you want me to do is follow up and tell you, but I know it's not that because of this or that. Or you want me to say, and yeah, it is that because of this. You want me to explain further. I'm not giving you that. So yes, I have had different moments where I have felt a particular way. Yes, absolutely. And this past week wasn't the first time. There have been a couple of times throughout the course of this 5 years that this shit has been going on that I have felt like, hey, people didn't have my back a certain way. Hey, I feel alone right now. Hey, yes, I have felt a lot of ways and I'm entitled to that. And I'm not going to let nobody make me feel like I'm not. No, I have a right to feel exactly how I feel. Literally. And it's just that simple. And when you have so much going on tied to this situation, I think that I've done really well, actually. There are people who would be in a situation with proximity to Daystar who would take that to the moon. And you've seen people do it. I just seen a fucking stripper get online and say Daystar had called me the night before he went in. Talking about a video. You know, you see another girl, you see the Tory Bricks situation. You see Echo bring him over there. Jason Leo bring him up. Whack 100 does whole interviews based on the dialogue he's supposed to have with Daystar. Let me explain something to you. Like I said before, I've had moments where I felt alone and where I didn't feel supported over the course of this 5 years. But when it comes to this case that I'm in and some of the feelings that I've had presently, why wouldn't you think that I would feel more isolated right now? They're accusing me and Daystar of being co-conspirators. So wouldn't you think that things would be more strained now than ever? So wouldn't it make sense, regardless of how the nigga really feel? Wouldn't it make sense that I would feel how I feel? Because we can't talk a particular way without it being used against us. You understand? So why wouldn't I feel alone? Like why wouldn't I feel like I'm not being supported like a particular type? Like why wouldn't I feel like that? They literally did something. The people who filed a lawsuit, they did something to put a wedge between us. Literally. That was that lawsuit. So when we both are moving in a way that's not adding to these false allegations, you come back and you say, "Oh, he don't fuck with her like that." What kind of shit is that? Damned if we do, damned if we don't. Y'all gonna keep on moving the goalposts, so fuck you. It's how I feel about it. And if I ever feel alone again or not supported again, I'll talk about it. Period. Now, what do I know to be true? I know they saw fuck with me. Why do I know that? I will not explain. Because what's understood don't have to be explained. And that's just that. That's just that. Well, if what's understood don't have to be explained, then how did you feel the way you did? Because I'm a human and I'm emotional. And I expressed my emotions, and at that time, that's how I felt. Next question. In the morning time, you may be happy with a nigga. At lunch, he pisses you off. And by dinner, everything's great. I guess that's just emotion. You understand? So you come to station head, you take a sound bite and you run with it. Listen, run with this one. That's my brother. Do you understand that? He's like a brother to me. That hasn't changed. That won't change. For nobody and for nothing. You feel like I'm dumb for the way I've supported him? Okay, that's great. I'm okay with knowing that I'm the type of person that when I believe in something, I'm willing to stand for that in the face of whomever. Everybody can't say the same. The woman that raised me, that lady proud of me. I don't give a fuck about y'all in that capacity. I've told you before, the person whose opinion and shit that I care about the most is Cheryl Cooper. Literally. They said you can fight with a brother but still love him. Exactly. Exactly. And that's why it'd be crazy to me. Not crazy because I know how desperate y'all are, but that's why it'd be so crazy when y'all run with shit. Because what are you actually running with? A bitch in her feelings right now? She's upset right now and emotional because what's going on? Okay, come talk to me when I've calmed down a little bit. Okay. It's raining in Houston, my love. They said you the media's new punching bag. And I'm taking them licks and they mad that my chin is up. That's the problem. Um, so my whole thing is when it comes to Daystar, what is it that anybody is expecting him to do? Don't ask me what I would like. I'm asking you. Because anything that Daystar does is going to be misconstrued and it's going to be added to the lawsuit and it's going to be alleged that, look, this is what he's doing. Look at what he's doing. So on what planet does he have the room to outwardly support me? And that's a thought that in my anger and in me being in my feelings, I wasn't even allowing to register. I even threw that logic to the side as I was in my emotions, which is why you have to sit your ass down somewhere and calm down, right? Okay, then. But ask yourself that question. What the fuck is he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do that y'all won't take and make something else that it's not, or make it something that it's fucking not? What the fuck could he do? Nothing. There's nothing for him to do as he heals from almost being stabbed to death. Because at any point that he said, I remember I took a picture and all of my pictures, unless it's just a selfie, is gonna be provocative in some way because that's how I take my pictures. That's the vibe, bitch. That's what I'm giving off, sex appeal. So I take this picture on the floor on my hands and knees. I had on a white t-shirt and blue jeans down to my ankle. My midriff was exposed. But I'm on all fours looking at the camera. I had a side part, straight hair, threw it back. And I'm just in the moment. You know how I do, mouth hanging open and shit. They start like the picture and must have said the picture looked cute or some shit. He left some little fucking comment on a platform called where it's social media where you're supposed to leave comments or likes on people pictures, especially the people that you fucking follow. Do you know after he left a comment on my picture, people said she posted that for him. That I posed like that for him to see and that he left that comment because we had a sexual relationship. Do you know that I have been accused of having a sexual relationship with not only Daystar, but his father? That this is how low people have gone? You have never even seen me in a photo. You've never seen me with Daystar. If you came to court, you saw me by him, and you maybe saw me interact with him a couple times in court, at court, in the hallway, maybe. That's a stretch. But you, the public, have never even seen me interact with this man. But these are the bullshit ass conclusions that are drawn. Anytime you've seen me or heard my voice with Sunstar, at what point in time was there any sexual innuendo? Please. He's like a father to me. You know how near and dear he is to my heart and how much I adore that man. So if people could accuse you of sleeping with somebody with no foundation, what the fuck would they do if a nigga came up and said, go support her campaign? This is wrong, what's happening. All y'all would do is make it something else. So we're back to the damned if you do, damned if you don't. And to sit up and attempt to kick somebody when you think they down, I can't even speak to how low I feel about people that do that. You make sure you note that I have never wished bad on that damn girl. You make sure that you note the people you think I hate, Cardi B, when she got into it with her nigga, I ain't laugh at her. I said, I don't like the way that nigga treats her. And I stood on that. And I said, you wrong, Offset. Because it's not in my heart to sit up and try to kick a bitch while she going through something. But this what y'all figure y'all doing to me. But my God is greater. Amen. Amen. This young man that got up on this damn YouTube and said these things could be in my position so easily, it ain't even funny. When Jason Lee distanced himself from Armon Wiggins, he set a book on fire at his desk. Be quiet. When the situation with Fox Soul, which was not national news, that was nigga shit, fell apart, this nigga collapsed. Snot, screaming and crying when they distanced themselves from him after the things he was accused of over there. Everything that he touches turns to shit when it comes time for him to have to sit up straight and interact with other people and do the job. While he calling me Laverne the intern, I sat up in that position for 3 to 4 damn years. He ain't lasting 6 months in professional spaces. True or false? We have seen him get at least 2 opportunities to go to the next level. And how did they turn out? Chaos. He can't give me no advice. When Armand tries to strike out and do something on his own, tarot cards, healing rocks, pebble stones and shit, he don't even believe in himself enough to bet on himself and just get into that. Now the latest thing is, let me put on a blazer and run my ass to a trial and try to be the face of it because of the nature of the industry now. Everybody gets a special. So you have now infiltrated the Diddy trial, and you're giving your commentary on that. Okay. But then you get up and you act like it's funny or aha or I'm dumb or this or that. Let me ask you something. How did that friendship with Cardi B go? You know the one. The one where she made you feel like y'all were friends, but she had another nigga listening in while they recorded your call. Then they went on the internet and played in your face. Remember when Cardi B went on Spaces and said, I only want to talk to Armon Wiggins? And you put that in your intro and she said, take that out? My brother ain't never did me like that. So until and unless he does, you ain't got a leg to stand on to talk to me about me and my brother, nigga, at all. So I feel no ways because considering the source, offended by what? And that's that. And I ain't even go deep. That's just off the top of my head, some quick shit. So they still not gonna do what everybody want him to do when they want him to do it. That don't make him vile. That don't make him evil. That don't make him fake. In terms of Daystar giving exclusives away to Jason Lee or anybody else, go check out that text message that I posted that predates whatever the fuck Jason Lee is even talking about. Because I wouldn't dare talk myself into a hole and say, well, he told me this on this. No, 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 no. You got to be quicker than that. But what I will say is, it can't be that he's giving exclusives away to other people and he don't fuck with me. If I can show you a message where I'm telling my best friend, Daystar said whoop de whoop. How do those coexist, my love? How is he giving exclusives away if I already had the information? Is 1 + 1 still 2? The difference between me and Jason Lee and me and you and me and the rest of them is I ain't run to the internet with it. Now clock that. That's the difference. The difference is I don't need a moment and I don't need to use him because I don't see him as a means to an end. So despite whatever I've been told, the difference is I ain't run to come tell y'all ass. Now, bitch, go clock that. Hello? The way that I handle situations is why I can pick up my phone and get assistance. And I want to clear up something. You in this position and you ass out, don't nobody fuck with you. Let me tell you what happened. I got served on October 29th. They tried to make it my birthday as a fuck me. You know, she got this thing about birthdays.
A few moments later.
They served me on the 29th. Oh, I know what I was about to say. They served me on the 29th of October, my birthday, October 27th. And I get the lawsuit. By October 31st, I believe, Unite the People is online declaring publicly that they will not only defend me and take on my case at no cost to me, but that they'll represent anybody that Rock Nation tries to do this to. They did this because I agreed to let them represent me. So when they decided to represent me and we moved in that direction and they went and secured a lawyer in Florida and we proceeded, I did not follow up. I never even had the opportunity to look for a lawyer. That's how quickly they came in and said, "We got your back." Okay. So when you're in a case and you communicate with people about the case or about that girl, and in this instance, they want those communications. So when people were reaching out to me and I knew that they wanted to assist or I knew that they wanted to discuss this matter, I ignored them. If I felt like that's what they wanted, I ignored them because I did not want them to become a part of this. When you have someone asking you in federal court to produce every single interaction that has to do with her name being mentioned, you move a little differently. So, in me wanting to protect whomever is on the other end of the communication, I'm not even going to open the door for us to take it there. Is this making logical sense to you? Do you understand what I'm saying? So, if somebody even hit me up and said, "Milagro, I'm so sorry about what it is you're going through," I know what they talking about, so I ain't even going to say shit. Because if I open that door, now we conversing. And now you could get pulled in. You understand? So when I got the lawsuit, Unite the People swooped in so fast, I never had time to look for a lawyer. And then anybody that wanted to help me, I ain't even give them a chance to. You tracking? When all this shit goes downhill and Unite the People doesn't make good on their word, and they say, "We ain't got the money." And then the lawyer says, "Well, shit, I ain't get paid. I ain't staying. I got to go." And I'm left on my own. This is when I now utilize my sources. So what I want to tell y'all is you wouldn't even believe who in the fuck is in the background cutting. Like, hey, help her. Even if I told you, you'll be like, "That's, oh, okay." You wouldn't even believe how many people love me so much that they said, "Listen, you're okay. And I've heard what happened and it's going to be okay. And we're going to move forward." So moving forward, we'll be moving forward. And that's just that simple. Praise God. God is good. So if you think I'm just twiddling my fucking thumbs, like, okay. But once again, God is good and God will make a way. And when you've been good to people, people will be good to you. And the way that God has revealed himself in this time, it's just everything. Because when I was growing up, I was taught that God will bless you for being good to people and how you treat people matters. There's a person who I met that we were cool, but her birthday came. And because of the position we were in, and literally because of all of the limitations on us, all I could think to do was get her this bag of chips that she liked. And I was like, "I know this ain't much, but happy birthday. And I see you like these chips. I notice you be eating these chips all the time, so I want to get them for you." She said, "I'm gonna put this on my dresser because it's the thought that counts and it touched me." And from there, I feel like that left a little mark on her heart, and we've been cool since then too. My point is, this woman that I treated with kindness, that I took the time to consider and think about, that's the one that's fucking helping me. That's one of the people. And I'm telling you that because I want you to understand that how you treat people does fucking matter. And you never know who may be in the cut to look out for you or help you or put in a good word for you or anything. You got to be careful how you fucking treat people. And I'm going to be very honest with you. I wouldn't even think that she knows the people she knows. I wouldn't even fucking think it. But you never know who the fuck you talking to. That's why you better watch your mouth. You understand? So I still have to raise money because a lawyer still has to get paid. But we are not in a situation at this time where we don't have options and where we're not moving forward. Is that understood? Amen. When I tell you I had to make so many motherfucking phone calls to try to get an understanding and a this and a that, that's exactly what the fuck I had to do. But I did it. And here we are. So you got a lot of people talking shit. And it's so crazy because I'm being accused of conspiring with Daystar to come against somebody. Okay. But it's not interesting to y'all that somebody else being accused of making a nigga sit in the car while she stuck her fingers up somebody's pussy and slapping plates of food out of people's hand and you can't eat when I can't eat and whoop de whoop. Damn. Tell me how you really feel. That's crazy the shit y'all focus on. Because if it's about an accusation being accepted as fact, what the fuck are we even talking about? Child. But anyway, I am not concerned with Armon Wiggins. I'm not bothered by Armon Wiggins. And now I feel like I can't even congratulate the nigga. If you have discernment, then you see him for exactly who he is. And the unfortunate part is he has redeeming qualities. And he really could be a good person if he would go heal himself. That's the real tragedy. And I'm not perfect either. And there are different things I need to improve upon. But I'm not broken like that. There's no part of me that gets a thrill out of running to sit up under a nigga. And he talking about distancing himself from me. The only distance was from you in the damn stage when Cardi B didn't let you on it at her damn birthday party. I done sat on Daystar couch in his motherfucking living room. And that's not a secret. I've told you that. So that's not a thing. In terms of, ooh, she said it. You already knew that. So listen, leave me alone. And I want to get to another point. Ain't he the same one? Uh-huh. I could grab it off of here. Give me some. Oh, can you get some time? I mean, a little bit. It's running because I can only get it from my passwords. I don't know about heart. Okay, child. Well, let me hang up Twitter because let me go back to station head. What I'll leave y'all with is the fact that, child, the only distance that's been created is between me and Armand, who wanted to talk to me and I didn't answer him, and now he's somebody online with this bullshit. And Armand is the same person that has gotten up and run narratives based on what he was told behind the scenes, who one could say, you were conspiring. Were you conspiring to come against Nicki Minaj and harass her after we knew you had some type of rapport with Cardi B and you said that Nicki Minaj was at events afraid? All them little exclusives that you claim that you had, by way of whom? When you came up to attack and say the things that you said about another artist in the industry. Couldn't, if Nicki Minaj wanted to, she could serve you with a lawsuit and claim that you and Cardi conspired against her. True or false? So it's crazy how just because no one cares enough about you to do it, that you feel like you have room to point your damn finger at me. Nicki don't care enough about you to do that shit. I keep Megan up at night for whatever reason. So you want to try to come at me because I got more influence than you? That's crazy. That's crazy. Right. And being over 30 years old, or at least 35 years old at this point, wanting to go sit at the proverbial cool table is ridiculous. Literally. And you always remember, I never asked to sit down with you for my channel, but you asked to sit with me. And I want to say I'm so glad that you finally have surpassed the views that we were able to get by me sitting down on your platform with the Diddy trial. Took a few years, but great. Because just like you, or unlike you, bitch, I'm shadow banned. Your ass, you can go put your shit out and do your thing. I'm suppressed. So, child, it's just ridiculous. I make my own motherfucking table. Motherfuckers come to it. I don't force myself on people. I don't run to these motherfucking events to hope to get a picture with these people. You could have bought Armon for $1 when Kanye West took a picture with him. They're not my gods. Yeah, it's cute and it's cool, but that don't move me. That shit moves that nigga. Armon the type of nigga that'll go broke to have something named brand just to feel like he better than you. And I just don't live like that. He's materialistic and his values are ill placed. And that's why he can't never stick to shit. Make him feel good and stroke that ego enough. And he'll remind you that he's a nigga. Because, see, at their core, niggas the same. Men like that ego stroke. Oh, I know he gets a little sassy and you be regarding him a certain way. But stroke that ego and he'll remind you quickly he's all man. Because kiss his ass enough and he get real friendly. Challenge him a little bit. And you're weird. Call his shit out. You're weird. Everybody weird but him. As he sits on his island. Okay. So like I said, consider your source before you get offended. I'm not offended by him. I'm not making a real video to put up somewhere. I'm not adding him into my algorithm. He gave commentary on me because I'm a celebrity. And that's what he should be doing, commentating on celebrities. So thank you for your contribution. And that's just that. Okay? Bye, Twitter. Session here, we still running. But I had to let that run on Twitter too because let the record show that these niggas is slow. Absolutely not. And since the blogs picked it up, I put it down.